Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and quick review of this Handlife 25 pieces cordless screwdriver set, actually with 4 volts and 2.0 ampere hours. Yeah, the listing on Amazon says electric screwdriver rechargeable with 3 torque levels, LED lights, screwdriver bits and USB charging cables, listed for around $29 on Amazon. Has a lot of good reviews, so I thought I'd give it a try. And the reason why I bought this thing is because I had already bought one, like an electric screwdriver, but I was absolutely not happy with this thing here. It doesn't have different speed, it doesn't have different torque, it doesn't have light, it has really nothing. So I figured out this has much more, and this has even the new patented PTOS system, which I'm going to show you later. So by the way, they are saying that's the model 2102. There's not much on the box, but at least they have a website, and there's even support available here. A little bit of description in the back. So that's basically it. So let's open the box and see what we get. So it looks like it comes in a nice case, which is also really good. It's not too large, not too small. I think this fits almost everywhere in most of the toolboxes. So let's open this thing. You can see on one side we have nicely stored the charging cable, the bits, and on this side we have the screwdriver, and we have even some instructions manual. Looks like it's in different languages available, and because it's just 5 pages, I'm going to show you this thing. I hope it's focusing nicely so you can see everything. Just make sure that you go to the highest resolution, usually 1080p, put it on pause on every page, and you should be able to see everything. So that was already the instructions manual, and again some support information, but we had this thing already. Thanks for choosing Handlife. Yeah, moment looks really good, so let's take it out. Yeah, makes a solid impression. This is some soft rubber, really sturdy, and also this thing here looks also sturdy. Let's see if it's pre-charged. Yeah, we have to turn it on here, just one push and it's showing something. Yeah, probably not fully charged, so I give it a full charge, which is definitely recommended or highly recommended before you're doing anything. So I have my powerful charger here, and what we can see, we have a USB-C. USB-C is usually the best thing to charge something. Let's see how much power we get. It's charging currently with 1 amp, which is quite a lot for such a small device, so I'm not expecting that we have to wait too long. Yeah, it took about 1.5 hours for the full charge. You can see how it looks after fully charging. Now I'm unplugging this thing. So you can see there is no turn on or off button. We have actually 2 buttons. The switch here is responsible for the rotation direction. So if you're pushing this to the front, the screwdriver is rotating clockwise. We can see that here. I'm pushing this to the front. We see also the light. Yeah, light really nice. 3 lights really around the center. We can push here and you can see it's rotating clockwise. When we push this or pull this to the back, then it's rotating counterclockwise. I hope you can see that here. And in the middle it's secured, and this can be used to start rotating. I mean, we have actually 2 possibilities to start rotating when we either push here or here push the button. I mean, I'm pushing this to the front again. We push here and you can see then it's rotating, and same thing of course in the back. What's important to avoid is to switch the rotation while you're using it. Make sure that you don't do that, otherwise it can be damaged. And to change the torque, you have to put this thing in the middle, and then you can see here we have the lowest torque, medium torque, and highest torque. So the whole function is very intuitive, very easy. Here we have some of the bits. Yeah, everything is nicely stored here inside. So here we have everything, all the bits, and you can see we have even different colors for the different type of bits. You can see these flat screwdrivers have the red and the Phillips have the yellow, and so it's very easy to distinguish. We have even here an extension, and we have some long bits here. Regarding the instructions, I haven't been sure about if we are allowed to use these long things, because there's a warning in the instructions manual saying that we shouldn't use these bits with two tips which are longer than 2.5 centimeters, which we would have here, but it's impossible to use this thing anyway. I mean, this thing fits for a normal drill, doesn't fit for any kind of these screwdrivers. So I think as long as we are using this stuff, we should be good to go, and probably we can even use such things. I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about that. That's really interesting, and you can buy these things and you can use it even as a drill when we push it forward, and then you can see, I mean, it doesn't have really high speed, but this is something what I like. My old screwdriver had really high speed, and this is actually what we don't need. I mean, for drilling, yeah, of course it would be nice, but as a normal screwdriver it's much better when we have lower speed. So I think this speed is pretty much perfect. So of course I also want to show you some sample how to use that. I have added this bit here, one of the Phillips for this screw, and I'm trying to push this inside. This is pretty hard wood, and what I'm doing, I'm just pushing this thing down. I'm not pressing anything. I have it to the right side, you can see it front, which means it's rotating clockwise, and I'm on the lowest torque here. So let's try the thing here. Yeah, okay, that worked pretty fast, definitely no problem. It's absolutely flat. So let's take it out again. So that worked really good, but the torque was really strong. So maybe here we have the weakest. This was looking the weakest for me, but maybe this is the weakest here in the back. So let's push it to the front and try again. Okay, this stopped here, and so it looks like this is the weakest, but it's still pretty strong. You have to be really careful about that. The good thing, it's not very fast, so if you have to stop manually, there's enough time to stop manually. I've seen some screwdrivers which are really fast, and it's almost impossible to stop with this thing. It's not so much of a problem. So I've been trying now a couple of times with these different torque settings, and I have still the impression that here we have the lowest torque, medium torque and the highest torque, but the difference is not so much. I wish especially the low torque would definitely be a little bit lower. You can see what we can do. Sometimes I've been able to screw it fully inside this really hard wood. Sometimes it stopped a little bit before, but this thing is really super hard wood, and you can see how much power this has. One time I've even been able to screw this really inside the wood, make it recessed, which is absolutely insane. If you have this on the highest torque, it's almost impossible to hold this with one hand. You would have to hold this with two hands till it stops. So it has a crazy amount of power. Yeah, definitely, this is not a toy. This is something which you can use for really strong, tough jobs. And what's good, it really works. So what's a good thing, if you really need to hold both of the hands, and then you don't want to operate like a switch at this time, you can just push then, and it will automatically start. So this thing here really works. I would say it's a solid thing, definitely, and for the price we cannot complain. What we all get, including this carrying case and all the bits and everything, and even the charging cable. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Definitely quite some improvement compared to my old electric screwdriver which I had. I'm really happy with it, and I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.